Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson Fury, Saudi Arabia. Get this. Saudis haven't sent Tyson Fury offer for Oleksandr Usyk fight in September. Promoter Frank Warren says that he's yet to receive an offer from the Saudis for a fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk in December. Warren is waiting for a written offer from the Saudis, which is supposed to be coming soon, but still hasn't. Some fans believe that the fight the Saudis want is the Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder matchup, and the Fury-Usyk matchup is irrelevant and a nuisance. The WBC heavyweight champion Fury hasn't fought since December of last year when he beat Derek Chisora. Now, maybe the Saudis, have they lost interest? Have the Saudis changed their mind about staging the Fury versus Usyk fight in their country in December? If so, what made them lose interest in putting this fight on? Has Fury become too much of a prima donna for the Saudis don't want to deal with? Now, this is what Frank said. He said, we were told we were going to get an offer, a written offer, because it's got to be a written offer, said Frank Warren, about the Saudis not having sent an offer for Fury versus Usyk. He said, apparently it's going to be sent in due course, but we've not had it. But those conversations were quite a while ago, but we've not had it yet. Maybe they haven't got a clearance yet to put it on. You can't expect Tyson to be sitting around waiting, because by December, he'll be sitting around for a year. We've tried desperately to make the fight. AJ is fighting in August. Why doesn't he just fight Tyson, said Warren, and let me counterpunch. Well, I think, again, people, talking about Joshua is irrelevant. What's relevant and should be relevant is, why hasn't the Saudis sent the offer? And to me, I would think the biggest fight, or the most important fight, should be the first thing that they focus on, right? That should be the first thing. And we already know by now it's not, obviously, because the first thing that they've mentioned, that Wilder and Joshua in December, is already done. So that really pretty much, to me, tells me, well, the bigger fight is Joshua Wilder than Usyk Fury, because Tyson hasn't received an offer yet. Now, the question to ask yourself, well, has Usyk received an offer, to fight Tyson? And I think they've actually worked with Oleksandr Usyk, and I think they have been speaking about a particular offer. And this is what I believe. Theoretically, I believe that the same deal that Oleksandr Usyk probably accepted or agreed to earlier this year in January is probably the same one that they already archived this particular time. That's why you don't hear much about Usyk and his deal with the Saudis, because his deal with the Saudis is pretty much the same damn deal, because he was already satisfied with that anyhow. It was Tyson that wanted to blow it down, because he asked for $120 million. He asked for more money and twice as much, and the Saudis said, hell to the no. Go ahead and go to the UK and see how much they offer you there, or, your best fortunes to you. Right? Something, some gangster rich stuff, I think people would probably say in the Saudi Arabias, right? But yeah, they haven't received a contract. It does seem strange to me, though, because again, Wilder, Joshua, they're done. That fight's done. That fight is sealed. That fight is ready and it's steady. Now, Joshua does fight again. Wilder needs a fight also. So both of these guys are going to fight before they get it on in Saudi Arabia. But looking at everything from where we're looking at it right now, the biggest fight they're focused on is Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Why? Because they want it. Why? Because they're not putting up any bullshit like Tyson Fury has. And if that's the case, people, if that's the absolute truth on why the Saudis haven't sent Tyson Fury an offer, simply is because they may be tired of his shit. They may be to the point where they're like, you know what? Let's see how Wilder and Joshua are going to do. Let's focus on that, because I think these are two names. Yeah, they both lost by two other guys, but these two other guys can't seem to get it together. So guess what? These guys are still relevant. These guys are still stars. Let's focus on these guys. And both of these guys are very familiar with the Middle East. Okay, so I think that's why they're focusing on that fight. And Frank Warren saying, well, we haven't received an offer and it's been long enough. If I'm Frank, I would be concerned about that. He should be. But then again, if it's everything or anything that we think it is concerning the Saudis and their problem or their issue with Tyson, then yeah, he should expect that. He should expect exactly that, and he should have his doubt. And he should then look at his fighter and say to Tyson, this is where we're at because of you. I think at anything, these guys, I remember Barry Hearn saying something that was very unsettling and rose and ruffled a lot of feathers. And he said him, Bob Arum, Don King, they were the slave masters of yesteryear, how things were orchestrated and how they maneuvered and how they ran stuff, right? They controlled the boxing business. Well, now it's kind of switched where the fighter is now controlling most of the things that happens. But you can see, obviously, when that happens, that things can get out of hand. Look at Tyson Fury and the things that he's done to jeopardize two major fights that didn't happen. And now, as a result, look at him. So thinking about what Barry said, I don't think Barry meant that as that way. You know what I mean? But if in any situation, that's why sometimes that's not a good idea to let fighters try to dictate and run things or put themselves in positions that they don't know anything about business-wise. And this is a reason why. And I think, maybe if they did tell them or tell Tyson Fury or these fighters, like if Frank did sit down with Tyson, like, Tyson, look, you're fucking all this up, mate. We need you to shut up and put a muzzle on it. Right? And then Tyson just sit there and watch. And I don't know how Tyson would react, but if there's no cameras around, it may be a pretty cordial conversation. You know what I mean? Because there's no pride to throw that aside. But Frank is just telling them, like, look, you're blowing this. Now they're looking for these big fights, and they're worried about these big fights not happening. And I got my own theory on that. I'm going live tomorrow, okay, at 3 p.m. to explain why I feel that is such a frantic to fight Joshua. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Frank Warren stating that the Saudis have not sent them an offer as of yet concerning a fight between the unified heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk, and Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!